eggs a complete superfood or a boogeyman that causes heart disease? Readily available, reasonably cheap, and recipe-friendly, eggs can be found in many modern processed foods. The decades-long debate on whether eggs are good or bad for you is still a scrambled mess. Stay tuned as we dispel the myths, give you the hard-boiled facts, and let you decide if this food is the bad egg when it comes to heart disease. Humans have been eating eggs since the dawn of time. Among other hunted and foraged foods, eggs are considered to be one of the most crucial building blocks in humanity's evolution. If our ancestors could look into the future and see how contentious these nutritious and abundant orbs of white and yellow deliciousness have become, they would be scratching their prehistoric heads. Why would there be a debate about eggs? Enter Ansel Keys. You might not know who he is, but the physiologist has, unfortunately, molded your eating habits and beliefs. Long story made short, Ansel Keys started the war on fat. In 1955, President Eisenhower of the United States suffered a heart attack. On the same day, stock markets fell over 6%, losing $14 billion in the worst market day since World War II. Despite being a war hero and having access to the finest physicians in the world, President Eisenhower was susceptible to heart disease. From 1900 to the 1950s, coronary heart disease in the United States skyrocketed, and Eisenhower's heart attack exemplified the severity of the situation. Middle-aged men, seemingly healthy, were dropping dead, wrote biochemist Keys. Americans demanded a solution, and Keys would be the hero who provided it. Or so they thought. Keys presented his diet heart hypothesis to the world, which links cardiovascular disease to fat consumption. His hypothesis is the reason why we still dread eating fat today. Since his initial discoveries, healthy eating has become synonymous with avoiding fat. Keys studied coronary plaque within the coronary arteries. The plaque contained cholesterol. Animals produce cholesterol. Therefore, avoid eating animals and their products. Cholesterol was discovered in plaque at the crime scene and immediately deemed guilty by Keys. But Keys had cherry-picked his data. The food industry ran with the pseudoscience and promoted sugar, artificial ingredients, and large quantities of grains into our diets. One of the foods sidelined by this mistaken information was the humble egg. Eating eggs has been controversial for decades due to their high cholesterol content. One egg yolk contains approximately 185 milligrams of cholesterol, which is more than half of the recommended daily intake of 300 milligrams of cholesterol. But are eggs bad for you, and do eggs promote heart disease? With advances in technology and non-biased studies, things are looking up for egg farmers and those who can't have breakfast without them. Eggs and cholesterol have garnered a bad reputation in the war against fat. But what is cholesterol? And are eggs to blame for heightened cholesterol levels? Cholesterol, a yellowish fat produced by the liver and intestines, is present in every cell in the human body. We typically view it as bad. However, cholesterol is an essential component of our cell membranes. It is needed to produce vitamin D, testosterone, and estrogen. We produce all the cholesterol we need, but it is also present in the animal products we consume, such as beef, shrimp, eggs, cheese, and butter. Lipoprotein molecules in the bloodstream move cholesterol throughout the body. Each of us has a unique combination of distinct varieties of lipoproteins, and our individual makeup influences our risk of developing heart disease. Low-density lipoprotein, or LDL cholesterol, also known as bad cholesterol, is transported from the liver to the arteries and tissues of the body. According to researchers, this can lead to cholesterol buildup in the blood vessels and increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. However, researchers have not conclusively linked cholesterol consumption to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Because of this shift, the dietary recommendations in the United Kingdom and the United States no longer include any restrictions on cholesterol intake. Instead, emphasis is placed on limiting the consumption of saturated fat, which increases the risk of cardiovascular disease. Specifically, foods containing trans fats increase our LDL levels. Although some trans fats occur naturally in animal products, Most are manufactured and are found in the highest concentrations in margarine, snacks, and certain deep-fried and baked foods such as pastries, donuts, and cakes. In contrast, eggs and shrimp are the only foods high in cholesterol and low in saturated fat. While the cholesterol in eggs is much higher than in meat and other animal products, saturated fat increases blood cholesterol. This has been demonstrated by lots of studies for many years, says Maria Luz Fernandez, professor of nutritional sciences at the University of Connecticut in the United States, whose research discovered no correlation between egg consumption and an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. This is not the only study that eggs aren't as rotten to our health as we've been told. A meta-analysis of prospective cohort studies conducted by the Harvard School of Public Health in 2020 concluded that consuming up to 1 egg per day is not associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. A systematic review and meta-analysis conducted on nearly 350,000 participants in 2013 found no association between egg consumption and cardiovascular disease, ischemic heart disease, or stroke. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2020 concluded in 3 large international prospective studies, including approximately 177,000 individuals, we did not find significant associations between egg intake and blood lipids, mortality, or major CVD events. Now that we've covered some of the myths about eggs, we're going to give you the hard-boiled facts about this amazing superfood that will leave you scratching your head as to why eggs have been demonized. Stick around to see why eggs may have shaped you before you were born. Eggs are hard to beat when it comes to helping you meet your daily nutritional requirements. Let's start with the fact that eggs are jam-packed with essential vitamins and minerals. An average serving of 2 eggs contains 82% of your daily vitamin D requirements needed for building and maintaining healthy bones, 50% of your daily folate requirements for the production of DNA and red blood cells, 25% of your daily riboflavin requirements. Riboflavin is involved in energy metabolism, cell respiration, antibody production, growth, and development. 40% of your daily selenium, which supports your body's healthy functioning, including your metabolism, immune system, and thyroid function. Eggs also contain valuable amounts of vitamins A, E, B5, and B12, as well as iron, iodine, and phosphorus, all essential nutrients needed to support a healthy, balanced diet. Protein is an essential macronutrient for your body and cells to function correctly. The humble egg supplies high-quality protein in a highly digestible form, containing all 9 essential amino acids that meet your daily needs. 1 serving of 2 eggs contains 12.7 grams of protein, which is 20% of the RDI for men, 27% of the RDI for women, and 33% of the RDI for children. Due to their relatively low caloric and high protein content, eggs are one of the finest foods for weight management. You'll be less likely to reach for that mid-afternoon snack due to the increased satiety levels of eggs. According to a study, short-term effect of eggs on satiety in overweight and obese subjects. Consuming eggs can help you feel fuller for longer by increasing levels of a hormone that promotes satiety after a meal, increasing metabolic activity, and delaying the rate at which food leaves the stomach to keep energy levels high. New studies have shown that eggs have been beneficial to you while you are developing after being an egg. Sounds confusing? Choline is a newly identified nutrient. The Institute of Medicine did not recognize it as a necessary nutrient until 1998. Although your body produces choline, you must eat it to prevent a deficiency. However, many people do not consume the recommended amount of this nutrient. Choline is essential during pregnancy and breastfeeding to develop the baby's brain. Studies have shown that choline supplementation during the 3rd trimester of pregnancy enhances an infant's cognitive function, and a recently published follow-up study with the same group of children found that this effect continues through the school years. Despite the need for more extensive studies to confirm these findings, the available evidence shows that a higher maternal choline intake during pregnancy positively affects the brain health and development of children. What does this have to do with eggs? Eggs are one of the best sources of choline, with one egg providing 147 milligrams of choline. Eating just 2 eggs daily covers 54% of the recommended daily intake. Although eggs have all these fantastic benefits, getting the best out of your eggs isn't just about eating them, it's about where you source them from. It goes without saying that an egg from a free-range hen is better than one from a battery layer. Comparing the nutritional information of caged and free-range eggs revealed that, on average, free-range eggs had double the amount of omega-3 fatty acids, 3-fold the amount of vitamin E, 7 times more pro-vitamin A beta-carotene, a quarter less saturated fat, a 30% reduction in cholesterol. Other studies have shown that pastured eggs contain up to 6 times more vitamin D than conventional supermarket eggs. They also have substantially more B vitamins. Egg yolks are also a known source of lutein and zeaxanthin, but the pale, runny yolks of confined poultry that are fed grain industry byproducts have very little. Both lutein and zeaxanthin found in eggs are essential antioxidants for eye health. They aid in shielding the delicate macular region of the eye from UV and intense blue light. Look for intense yellow-orange yolks in genuine free-range eggs to protect your eyesight and enhance your overall health. An added benefit to eating free-range eggs is that you can feel comfortable knowing that the animals giving you this essential food source are treated ethically. Eggs are nature's nutrient-packed powerhouse. From muscle-building protein to brain-boosting choline, they're versatile, affordable, and delicious. And thanks to new studies and research, we don't have to worry that our tickers are taking a beating. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we are sorry about the puns. Thanks for watching.